Good morning out there in internet world. I'm laughing because it's going to be very vocal this morning. I doubt it's going to be very still and quiet. I have a granddaughter here, and we have the animals in here. They like to bark at her, and now I have a cat that wants to be on my lap. So it's a busy morning already. And I'll introduce you to, you guys probably seen this cat, but this is Turbo. Turbo is on my website. If you've not, I probably haven't mentioned it before. First off, let me introduce myself. I'm Diana Hinkle, for those of you that do not know me. And this cat really loves shoulders. It's been something since he was little. He's a kitten. And so, anyway, I have a website that talks about essential oils and other natural modalities and alternatives for your animals. So if you want to check it out, it's on Facebook. It's Naturals for, and the number 4, animals, so Naturals for Animals. And the website's the same, naturalsforanimals.com. And then there you'll find a variety of information on using alternatives for our pets. And I am always grateful that I have what I have, because I'm doctoring up a chicken as well, and it's in a box in my house. And she'll live, and it was really nasty. Something almost got her, but not quite, but really messed her up pretty good under her wing, so all her breast area. Anyway, she's healing well. And so I really like the idea that I have essential oils that I can use, and other ways are like natural wound salves and things like that I can use to help my animal friends. It's less money out of my pocket. It's something that I have on hand. I can make it. It's super easy, simple, and all that. So this is my continuing education for those of you that don't know, those of you who've been following me. This is no way any to treat, diagnose, or cure anything, but it does have a lot of importance to me and my family, because I'm able to do things that most people would not be able to. And I'm so super proud to be part of a company that is so much about community and helping those around the globe. I mean, we literally change lives, and we partner with like Operation Underground Railroad, Days for Girls. All of those programs are important, not only to me, but the company in itself. So I get to help someone, somewhere, one bottle at a time. So today I wanted to wish everybody a happy new year. It is New Year's Eve, and what are you going to celebrate, or how will you celebrate? And most all of us will have some kind of New Year's resolution. Guess what the number 1 resolution is? That you can't guess. Losing weight. Because most of us overeat during the holidays, because we have all of those goodies, all of the candy, because everybody's baking, and here you go, and here's my gift. Not only are you doing it, but everybody else is doing that and handing it to you, right? Because that's the best thing, is homemade goodies. So how many of us have added a few pounds over the last couple weeks, or since Thanksgiving, because that's another big day as well. We overeat. And I'm grateful that we have that opportunity, but not everybody does. And there are those that lack, and I really feel for those people, because they do need us as well. But my mission is to help everybody understand what essential oils are all about. And if your resolution is about weight loss, I'd be willing to bet, now I'm not going to be so negative about this, but most people, this is statistics, they don't last. Usually within the first week or two, they go, oh, can't do this. It's too much. Well, usually it's because you decide to do too much all at once. So go in little bitty steps, okay? The steps the step process is easier than going, all right, okay, I'm going to not eat so much, and I have a cat that's trying to bite me. And, you know, pick one thing first. Don't do all of it all at once. If you've got a treadmill and you want to get on the treadmill, do 2 minutes, okay? Then keep every week, increase that, or every day, increase it by a minute. How far can you go, okay? If you want to reduce the amount of food that you eat, that's the biggest thing. Just reduce your portions, don't eat as much, and tell yourself, no, I don't need it. It's really that easy. But most of us keep eating and keep eating and keep eating until we're stuffed, right? Till we feel like we just can't eat another bite. That is not how we're supposed to eat. We are supposed to eat little amounts. Fruits and vegetables are the biggie thing, right? Nowadays, the keto diet is a really big thing. And so you decide what you want to do, but really reportion your sizes on your plate, okay, how much you put on your plate, and start a little bit at a time. If you have a neighborhood where you can go walking, go walk around the block. If that means you only go 1/4 and come back down, or go 2 houses down and come back, start slowly. Always start slowly. And it's the same way when you're incorporating essential oils, especially when you're using them on your animals. You incorporate that a little at a time. You can't just all of a sudden go, shoot, we're going to put all this on you, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. It's like, oh my gosh, you know, can't do that. Do a little at a time. So, and keep in mind, now this is a very interesting thing. So when you ask, especially if it's a male, your husband or someone, you know, the male figure in your life, ask them things. And how many times do they say, oh, I'm not thinking about anything? Really? You know that's true. They really aren't thinking about anything. Women's brain is totally different. We are wired so differently, obviously, right? But part of that is, did you know that we have over 60,000 thoughts every single day, us women? No wonder we can't get anything done. Because we think about this thought, then we think about that thought, then we think about that thought. And it's like every second, every few seconds, we are thinking about something else. So it takes 3 seconds for you to decide to do something. We either act on it or we don't do it. That's why it's so easy for women, and especially women, to not accomplish your goals. I think that's a staggering little tidbit there. And so it's like, wow. So the next time, because men, literally, they just really don't have that thought. They don't have near as many thoughts as we do. And there will be those times when they really don't have a thought in their mind. So you ask them, what are you thinking about? Nothing. You really aren't thinking about anything. But we, on the other hand, are always thinking about something. So keep that in mind when you make a goal or a New Year's resolution, because you have to start slowly, especially us women, okay? And you have to act on everything that you decide you're going to do. If you don't, it just goes away, goes bye-bye, and you go do something else. So that's why, if you're like me, you go to one room and you do something, and then you go to and then you have to go to the next room, and you're like, oh yeah, I forgot about that, and you start doing that, and then you go back, you finish that, and then you go back to the other room and go, oh yeah, I got to finish that, and then before you know it, you've got something going on in every single room. It's like, okay, focus, stick to one thing, right? That's hard to do. If you're like me and you're constantly going from room to room and doing this and then over here doing that, how do you focus? Well, essential oil is really good to help you with that. But the other thing is to tell yourself, I have 3 seconds to focus on one thing and get it done. Don't think about the other thoughts. Think about that one thought and get it done. That's a challenge. It's very hard for us. Men a little bit easier, but women a little bit harder. So what I want to say is, yes, doTERRA, I love doTERRA because the company is an amazing company and have done so much in the past 10 years. And we are over 7 million advocates strong. We're wellness customers, okay? We have a mission, and the mission is to help every single person know what essential oils are and have essential oils in every single home. And it doesn't matter if it's who you pick. Just know where your essential oils come from. Do your homework on your essential oils. I use therapeutic grade essential oils, which I know are the best. And I know that there are no toxic fillers. That's an important part, especially if you're using essential oils around your animals, okay? Very important part, because there's a lot of essential oil companies out there that bottle essential oils, but they do have toxic fillers, okay? So again, do your research. Know where they're coming from, trust the source they're coming from, and really do your research. Don't just believe that the bottle says 100% pure on the label. That doesn't mean that it's high quality. It doesn't mean that you're not getting fillers in that bottle that could be toxic to you and your animals, okay? And that's the same idea with air fresheners, with, now I have a dog at my feet. Air fresheners, laundry detergent, your dryer refreshers, your some candles, and those in the can air fresheners. You know, you have to really know where it's coming from. Know that trust that it's high quality, and do your homework on it. Do your investigation, okay? I trust doTERRA because they're third-party tested, not in-house tested. That's a huge thing because they want to make sure that it's right. We have products right now that we can't get because it came up with a bacteria. And it's like, okay, so we don't get it. And we haven't had it for months because the manufacturer of the product can't produce what we need, or that we can't make it right. They can't make it right. So at some point, it'll be right. It's kind of like the recalls for lettuce. How many times has that happened? That there's E. coli, okay, on lettuce products, right? Well, it's the same with doTERRA. They want to make sure that nothing ever goes past their trusted sources of research and testing, because they don't want us to get sick, okay? They want to make sure it's pure. And that's why there's some that we can't get at the moment. But we will again when it's perfected and when the product is no longer infected with an E. coli or anything like that. But who else is getting the products? That's something to think about too. So doTERRA's not, but maybe somebody else is. So really, really, really trust your sources. So with that, your New Year's resolution, whatever it is, start slowly and gradually add up to the big picture, okay? You can't do it overnight. You have to create a pattern, and that pattern takes at least 21 days, okay? If you go off the cycle a couple days later, that's okay. Start again. And you'll always go one more day out until you get to that 21 days. But you know it takes 7 years to master whatever it is that you're doing. 7 years to master it. And it takes a full year to really not have to ever think about it again. So how long did it take for you to learn how to brush your teeth? As soon as you started getting teeth, your parents started showing you how to brush your teeth, right? Or they did it for you. How old were you when you really started brushing your teeth by yourself? And then how old were you when you didn't have to be told to brush your teeth before you go to bed? Something to think about, right? Because we're not doing anything unless we're taught. Somebody has to teach you. So, there again, think about everything. Have a wonderful New Year's. Make sure that your resolution is written down as well. Don't just say it. Write it down. It means a whole lot more. and then it's not just a pipe dream. Okay? So write your goal down, slowly increment, and do little steps at a time. And don't forget that essential oils are really good and beneficial one way or the other. And learn some more. So again, Happy New Year, everybody, and enjoy. Don't overdo it, and don't drink and drive. There's plenty of ways to get home. Have a designated driver. We'll see you next week.